Ahead of the Mandir consecration, it has almost become free for all those taking pot shots at Hindu Aastha and Ram Mandir. Amidst all-round attacks, the Prime Minister has taken on the India alliance for consistent attempts to hurt Hindu faith.
इंडी गठबंधन हमारी आस्था पर चोट करता है। इन्होंने मंदिरों को, हमारे त्योहारों को भी लूट का माध्यम बना दिया है। त्रिशूलपुरम के साथ जिस प्रकार की राजनीति की जा रही है वो दुर्भाग्यपूर्ण है। सबरीमाला में भी जिस प्रकार की अव्यवस्था सामने आई है उससे भी श्रद्धालुओं को बहुत असुविधा आई है। ये यहां की राज्य सरकार की अक्षमता का प्रमाण है।
The faith in the strength of Hindu Aastha was also reasserted by UP Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath, who said that Sanatan dharma had survived multiple onslaughts and still reigns supreme.
धर्म एक ही है और वो सनातन धर्म है। बाकी पर्सनैलिटी हो सकती है, पंथ हो सकते हैं, संप्रदाय हो सकते हैं। हर देश, हर काल, हर परिस्थिति में जो अपनी जीवंतता को बनाए रखा है, बिना टिके, बिना हटे, बिना झुके, वह बना रहा है। और इसीलिए दुनिया के अंदर बहुत कुछ आए, बहुत कुछ चले गए, बहुत सारे लोग आए, बहुत सारे लोग चले गए, लेकिन सनातन धर्म अपनी इस अनवरत यात्रा को सम और विषम परिस्थितियों का सामना करते हुए निरंतर बनाए हुए है। कुछ कालखंड में कुछ बैरियर आए होंगे, कुछ बाधाएं आई होंगी, कुछ चुनौतियां आई होंगी। अगर हमने बाधाओं का सामना नहीं किया, वे कुछ दिन तक, कुछ देरी तक उन्होंने समाज को चुनौती दी होगी, सनातन धर्मावलंबियों को चुनौती दी होगी, लेकिन जब एकजुट होकर के स्वर एकजुट होकर के निकल पड़ा और एक स्वर में पूरा भारत बोल पड़ा, तो विजयश्री का वर्णन करने में बहुत देर नहीं लगती है।
These unequivocal assertions come as India Bloc remains in doldrums and panic over the Ram Mandir consecration. Several controversial statements coming in. Its leaders now seem to be resorting to all sorts of frivolous comments in response. The latest shocker comes from Congress leader and MLC B.K. Hariprasad, accusing the BJP of trying to fish in troubled waters. He said that an incident similar to Godhra train disaster may happen again with those who are going to Ayodhya. He's also called the inauguration of Ram Mandir a political and not a religious event.
So finally, you were also, talking about how there could be a Godhra-like situation with various Karsevaks heading towards the consecration ceremony in Ayodhya. What is the...
No, because we have seen, if you go back to the history of 30 long years, we have seen how these people try to disturb the peace and, try to fish in the troubled waters. And since the Lok Sabha elections are very nearby, anything may happen. So they last time it was a Pulwama. What they did in Gujarat, what was Godhra, what they did in Kandahar, we have seen it. And they may say that Congress can't blame because of 84. 84, within a week, the things were under control. Even Manipur, it's already 4 months now. No action has been taken there. And what was happening in Gujarat? In Godhra, it was almost 3 months the disturbance was there. So, in Kandahar, about 1 lakh people were, were displaced. And it's a very sorry state of affair. And government should take all precautions. As far as this Ram Mandir, it's my personal opinion, the inauguration of Ram Mandir, it is a religious, it's not a religious function, it's a political function. If it is a religious function, it should be headed by our Hindu gurus like Jagat Gurus, There are a lot of dharma gurus are there. If dharma gurus are inaugurating, we don't need any invitation or anything. We would have gone there. Since it's a political function, so we have to think twice. It's my personal opinion. It's not the party's opinion.
But what makes you apprehensive that there could be violence or these people could?
Their history, history repeats. We have seen their background and we have seen their history. Whenever they are in crisis, they provoke all kind of these things.
Right.
And it's not just the Mandir. Fear-mongering also appears to be taking place over the Hindu Rashtra bogey. Listen in to the stir. Latest rather to stir this cauldron is Congress's MLA, Yatindra Sidramaya. Now, he said that there's no bigger danger to the country than India becoming a Hindu Rashtra and compared it to Pakistan, Iran and Afghanistan.
ಪ್ರಯತ್ನಪಟ್ಟರು. ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ಸಂವಿಧಾನ ನಮಗೆ ಮೂಲ ಧರ್ಮ ಗ್ರಂಥ ಆಗಬೇಕು. ಆ ಸಂವಿಧಾನದ ಕಾರಣದಿಂದ ಇವತ್ತು ನಾವು ಸಮಾನತೆಯನ್ನು ಸಾಧಿಸಕ್ಕಾಗಿದೆ. ನಾವು ಕೂಡ ಆತ್ಮವಿಶ್ವಾಸದಿಂದ ಸ್ವಾಭಿಮಾನದಿಂದ ತಲೆ ಎತ್ತಿ ನಾವು ಸಂಘಟನೆ ಮಾಡೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಸಾಧ್ಯ ಆಗಿದೆ. ನಮ್ಮ ಹಕ್ಕುಗಳನ್ನು ಪಡೆಯೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಸಾಧ್ಯ ಆಗಿದೆ. ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ಸಂವಿಧಾನದ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ನಾವು ಯಾವುದು ಗೌರವ ಇಟ್ಕೋಬೇಕು, ಅದನ್ನು ರಕ್ಷಿಸುವಂತ ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಆದರೆ ಈ ಸಂವಿಧಾನದಲ್ಲಿರುವಂತಹ ಮುಖ್ಯ ಲಕ್ಷಣ ಏನಪ್ಪಾ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಜಾತ್ಯತೀತ ತತ್ವ. ಯಾವತ್ತೂ ಒಂದು ದೇಶ ಜಾತ್ಯತೀತತೆಯನ್ನು ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಒಂದು ಧರ್ಮದ ಹಿಂದೆ ಹೋಗುತ್ತೆ, ಧರ್ಮದ ರಾಷ್ಟ್ರವಾಗಿ ಹೊರಡುತ್ತೆ, ಆಗ ಆ ದೇಶ ಖಂಡಿತ ಅಭಿವೃದ್ಧಿ ಆಗಕ್ಕೆ ಸಾಧ್ಯ ಆಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಸಂವಿಧಾನ ಕರ್ತೃಗಳಾದಂತಹ ಅಂಬೇಡ್ಕರ್ ಅವರೇ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ನಮ್ಮ ದೇಶ ಏನಾದರೂ ಹಿಂದೂ ರಾಷ್ಟ್ರ ಆಗ್ಬಿಟ್ರೆ ಅದಕ್ಕಿಂತ ದೊಡ್ಡದಾದ ಅಪಾಯ ಈ ದೇಶಕ್ಕೆ ಯಾವುದೂ ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ. ಇವತ್ತು ನಮ್ಮ ನೆರೆ ರಾಷ್ಟ್ರಗಳನ್ನೇ ನೋಡಿ, ಪಾಕಿಸ್ತಾನ ಇರ್ಬೋದು, ಅಫ್ಘಾನಿಸ್ತಾನ ಇರ್ಬೋದು, ಇರಾನ್ ಇರ್ಬೋದು, ಅಲ್ಲೆಲ್ಲ ಏನಾಗಿದೆ, ಧರ್ಮದ ಹೆಸರಲ್ಲಿ ರಾಷ್ಟ್ರನ ಅವರು ಸ್ಥಾಪನೆ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರಿಂದ, ಧರ್ಮದ ಹೆಸರಲ್ಲಿ ರಾಷ್ಟ್ರ ನಡೆಸೋದ್ರಿಂದ ಅವರು ಸಂಪೂರ್ಣವಾಗಿ ಸರ್ವಾಧಿಕಾರಿತ್ವಕ್ಕೆ ಹೊರಡಬೇಕಾಯಿತು. ದೇಶ ವಿನಾಶ ಸ್ಥಿತಿಗೆ ಹೋಯಿತು. ಮತ್ತೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿನ ಜನರು ತಮ್ಮ ಹಕ್ಕುಗಳನ್ನ ಕಳ್ಕೋಬೇಕಾಯಿತು.
And for more on this, let's go across to our guest. Joining us live with us is Anuja Kapoor, BJP spokesperson. With us also is Vinod Bansal, VHP spokesperson. Sanket Yenagi, advocate, joins us. As of course, we have with us Ravi Srivastava, political analyst as well. Let me start first and foremost with Ravi Srivastava. Ravi Srivastava, you heard the Prime Minister. He says that in the case of Kerala, at least on two occasions, the Sabrimala temple as well as the Trishur Puram, there are serious questions about the state government there and its ability to allow for such events to take place in the normal course, which it should. And he says that the India alliance has completely failed devotees over there. And it's the same thing that we're seeing in Karnataka to an extent, with BK Hariprasad coming out and questioning whether a Godhra-like incident would happen. What can be more bizarre than that?
Madhav, good evening. Prime Minister is on temple tourism. Coupled with his another polarization spree before the Lok Sabha elections. So he is bound to raise this kind of things, which are the state law and order situation. And Kerala is one of the finest operating states in the whole country. I don't think that as far as the health, education, general well-being is concerned, Kerala ranks almost number one in all these fields. So taking pot shots, provoking people on religious lines, it is his favorite theme, which he has to do because he is at the down south. BJP has got hardly any presence. So this is the only way to provoke people and provoke their sentiments and Aastha, and then try to gather some votes out of
Ravi Srivastava, let me take all your statements at face value, accept everything you're saying. Health, education, all that is successful. BJP has no presence in Kerala, perhaps none in Tamil Nadu, very marginal presence in Tamil Nadu. But if that is the case, why is the state Congress, Ramesh Channitala and others, attacking the LDF on the same issues of Trishur Puram and Sabrimala, saying the government has completely failed? Can you explain that to me, sir? Are they also trying to polarize?
Definitely, they are the opposition in the state. So they are definitely bound to raise the issues where they can put the state on defensive.
So these are now legitimate issues for opposition to raise, but if BJP does it, it is polarizing.
That the BJP is doing deliberately and purposefully, and not at one place. They will do it in other states as well. Like you rightly said, in Karnataka. Now my friend here is Mr. BK Hariprasad, who are raking up the issue that there could be a Godhra-like incident. I think he is speaking out of his experience. He is speaking out of the history what has happened. He quoted about the Kandamahal, he quoted about Godhra, he talked about the Pulwama. He said there could happen, although all his conjectures, surmises.
Vinod Bansal, I want you to respond to Ravi Srivastava. He says that he is speaking out of experience. He is speaking out of what he knows.
You see, the person named Sitaram says that I will not go to Ajodhya Dham. The person like Gangaram says you cannot say Jai Shri Ram. The person like Hari Prasad is opposing Hari, and they are going to attack Hari, actually. That is a very surprising situation. You see, in Karnataka, Karnataka, the Congress government has reopened the cases which have already been closed. Those relates to the way back to 30 years back. And you see, all those Rambaks are being implicated again. Some of them have been arrested. You see, many of them have crossed 70 years, and some of them have already died. But the Congress is very hypocritical, and they are going to implicate all those Hindus who have participated in the Kar Seva, who have participated in certain part of the movement of the Sri Ram Janmabhoomi. You see, this is the hype of the case. How they hate the Lord Rama. भगवान राम से कितनी घृणा है कांग्रेस और कांग्रेस की कोख में से जन्मे इन राजनेताओं को, राजनीतिक दलों को, इसकी एक पराकाष्ठा है.
Okay.
देश समझ रहा है.
Can I respond?
Yeah, no, I want Sanket to come in because you have limited time. Sanket, yani ki specific question on Karnataka that Mr. Vinod Bansal is raising a concern on. He says that how can you raise such concerns? Nothing has happened. This is nothing but fear-mongering that Mr. B.K. Hariprasad is clearly engaging in, and this is happening in the background of a case from 31 years ago that has been reopened by the state government. Your response to that, Sanket?
First of all, let us understand what Mr. B.K. Hariprasad has said. Firstly, he is saying so out of his experience as a tall leader. And he is saying so looking at the experience, how the BJP has handled elections and set the election narratives. He is saying so because large number of Karsevaks are rushing towards Ayodhya. And there is no check and balance. There is no proper testing. Some people may be truly the Karsevaks. Some miscreants also cover up themselves as Karsevaks and also get into the seat. And there is no test, there is no scrutiny, there is no validity about their genuinity. And everything that glitters is not gold. Everyone who claims to be the Karsevak may or may not be a Karsevak truly. It requires a verification also. There is nothing as such. And in the guise of Karsevak or being a Karsevak, some people may claim themselves as Karsevak. Some miscreants also may enter the scene, do some mischief.
Sanket, nobody is justifying anyone who breaks the law. Nobody is justifying that.
No.
But the point over here is, while the police says this person has been absconding for 31 years, his son says we stay 100 meters away from a police station. We've spoken to his family members. Can that be? Can such a person be considered to be absconding? He says, no, we were not absconding. We were living there in plain sight.
Give me 60 seconds, I will answer everything. When the parliament itself is not safe, when the newly elected or the elected so-called Vishwaguru is not able to protect the parliament, how can he protect so many Karsevaks? That's a question again the government has to answer, number one. And insofar as Karnataka question about Karsevak, who according to the BJP, a Karsevak has been arrested. Many cases which have been registered against that gentleman is not just against participating or vandalizing in one situation. There are many Excise Act provisions which have been invoked against him. There are nearly around 25 to 30 cases in different provisions of law, Excise Act, vandalism, apart from Ram Janmabhoomi movement.
Maybe so. Sir, nobody's saying that law should not take its own course. In this case, the timing certainly is questionable. I want Anuja Kapoor to comment on that. Anuja Kapoor, this Karsevak has several cases, not just the cases of vandalism, etc., but also cases of Excise Act against him. So this is an individual who is in violation of law. Mr. Sanket Yanagi and the state government, they believe, and therefore they are saying we are acting as per procedure. Anuja Kapoor.
What I feel, moreover, is that in Karnataka, not only in Karnataka, because recently we have seen in Karnataka the BJP has won the TMC elections, Someshwara. So you have seen that. So the Karnataka BJP is already coming. Again, you will see that in near future. But the problem is this, that they talk about Karsevak, they talk about each and every people. I would only bring a small few things in front of you. The threatening position, which the inciting of the normal people around is done by the B.K. Hariprasad, Congress MLA. Why he did that? Because he wants to incite Godavari. So that is what he has done. He's trying to incite because he feels that the Congress is not invited. This is a political agenda. I would like to say that this is the Temple Trust who are calling the people, not the BJP is calling. Secondly, I would also answer that the Babri Masjid main petitioner, Iqbal Ansari, he was the one who was showering, everybody has seen, showering petals on the PM. So you can see that the people who should be talking about, they're not talking. The beggars in Kashi Prayagraj, they have donated 4.5 lakh. So you understand for the construction of temples. So those people who are talking about security and those who talk about the parliament issue should also think and go back in their own past. Do not incite the violence which is not there. Do not give CID ideas to the people, the crime ideas and conspiracy. Don't do that. You have also seen the new laws are already in action. The sedition, where there could be, and you guys can go behind that and behind the bar. So unnecessarily trying to evoke something which is not there only because they are running behind the bush. They cannot go, or they feel that they're not the ones who are being called. I will still say it is the invitation is being given by the Ram Mandir out there. The trusts have given it. They have given the invitations across.
Anuja Kapoor, sorry, I have to intervene now because we have to take a quick break. I'd like to thank you, Anuja Kapoor, Vinod Bansal, Sanket Yanagi and Ravi Srivastava. While the government says that this is unnecessary fear-mongering and stoking of fears, the opposition says that we are raising legitimate concerns. But one thing is for certain, that the political pitch seems to only be rising as the date of the consecration of the Ram Temple in Ayodhya draws closer on the 22nd of January. Thanks so much for joining us. We're slipping into a quick break.